Buongiorno, ora vi presenteremo Short Meeting Point, una discussione di gruppo tra i ragazzi del Master di Ca' Foscari e i registi del concorso internazionale. I ragazzi del Master di Ca' Foscari sono stati divisi in 3 gruppi e hanno dovuto realizzare 3 cortometraggi in sole 72 ore. Grazie.
Good morning, we present you Short Meeting Point, where there will be a Q&A between the students from the Ca' Foscari Master and the director from the festival. And the students from the Ca' Foscari Master have been divided in 3 groups, and they have done 3 short movies in 72 hours. Thank you.
Hi guys.
So if you can suggest or say anything about it, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the challenge. It was 72 hours. We took the things that we had to do, right? We had to speak 3 times the word fish. We had to have one scene, 1 minute in black and white. And we had the title, Così si vi pare, which was very difficult for me, Brazilian, to understand, because it's a Pirandello text. And it was hard to understand the concept of it that we had to put in the film. So I let the Italians explain a little bit of that concept. We talk a lot about that, and that's how it came up.
Okay, così se vi pare means it's not easy to explain in Italian. Così is it is, so it's a state. Se vi pare is if you think that it is like this. So it's 2 words that are in contrast. Okay, so now maybe you have a better idea of the title. So you have any questions?
Hello. I think it's a big challenge to do a film in 72 hours. So that's a great job from the beginning, to do it, to write it, to film it, to edit it, and to do the whole procedure. So great job. When I first read Black and White, automatically we all think about something that's old. So I was waiting for the flashback, but it didn't happen, so I was so relieved and happy, because you used it as the point of view of the fish, which was amazing, because we know that animals don't see colors, and that's so smart, so I really loved that. I have a question mark about the sound. It was all mixed and edited and designed, right? Sometimes it had us out of the focus. We were focusing and then we hear something that's not quite real, so we were like, what is that sound? And then we listen to something that's real, so it's good, and off and on and off and on. So I think if you work more on the mixing, it will give it a realistic side more. That's it. But great job, guys.
Thank you very much.
Hello. First, I would like to say good job that you guys get to do this in 72 hours or less? 72 hours. Oh, that's amazing. One thing I would like to say, it's a comment, it's not really a question, is to, I just want to say that good job, because you guys know your goal, because you guys only have 72 hours, and you guys have all these themes and challenges, and that you guys pick a story that is simple, that is not too ambitious, because I always tell myself to do something that is not ambitious if I don't have the let's say budget or the time. I don't have all this, so I'll just minimize my story. And you guys did all that. You guys did something that is minimal but very interesting and very enjoyable. So good job.
Thank you very much. Hello, my name is Mary. This is Leo. He's a director, but I can translate because he can speak English. We discussed shortly between us, and I can say now. This is a really great job, and we're really amazed by the camera working. It was thought-provoking because sometimes we have camera movement because from nothing, just because the cameraman want to move camera. It's a bad thing, and there wasn't in your movie. That's great. Can you tell me more about how you worked with camera under the water, how you made this effect?
Yeah, you want to? It was a GoPro camera, and we put it in a bowl full of water, and we just put it like that and use it. The audio, we took it from the GoPro. The sound was from that, so you can have the feel that you are underwater and you are with a fish. So it was with this style. And for the other sound, we recorded after that. So it was the GoPro, it was the real sound. We took it with the recording, shooting, with the shooting. So I don't know if I...
Hello, I'm Anna.
Hello.
This is Felix, my DOP. He can't speak English, so he can speak for himself. I really liked how you played with the perspective, so that in the first third of the film, with the perspective, so you don't, in the first third of the film, I was really wondering, so who's the protagonist? Who's talking? And you really played with my mind, so because you chose some camera angles that I thought, okay, it's a cat or something because it's the floor, and then we saw the hand, and it was like, okay, I don't know, it has to be some sort of animal who's talking, but who is it? And I was wondering what you thought, or how you decided at which point we know that it's the fish and that it's the fish in the, how do you say, fish tank something?
I think the idea, I speak for myself a little bit because I had a hard time with that. But the idea basically, I think it was not to let you understand at all what supposedly was going on because of the title of the concept. It is what you can understand out of it. So we try, that's why we got 2 papers, 2 presents that look like the same. So we want to let the public have this idea and make their own mind. And to that point of the fish, yeah, we wanted to show off that could be the fish, but later on, we wanted to let it open, that you could figure out whatever your mind could think.
And in the end, you can see a little light in the, in the left side of the screen, in the corner. We just do like a recording camera, and this has to be like this because just make you wonder if it is really a fish or not. Yeah.
Maybe it's a security camera, and you can. Yeah. And the risk was to tell. So the fish tells a story. And then you think, oh, okay, it's not like he is saying, but that was a risk because the title was not, this is a story, oh no, it's another story. It's, you can see you can see everything, but you have no possibility to know the truth. Okay, that's what the title means. I don't know if you understood. It's a bit difficult.
Pirandello's plays and novels are quite difficult to understand because reality is that, but it's not that, because you have a lot of different points of view, so you cannot tell which one is the right one, because there isn't a right one. So it is difficult also in Italian.
Maybe that was the biggest challenge for us, I think, on the film, to try to explain what would that title would be.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Felix. I've got a question about your process. How much time did you spend developing your script, and what were your roles during the shoot or before and after? And did you do, I don't know, storyboarding, or how did you use your time, your 72 hours?
This was our first project, so we should more or less come from the beginning that we did not know anything about it whatsoever. We were very fortunate that we had Samuel, that he knew, he's not here, he's working right now, that he knew how to work very well with the camera, and he did a fantastic job from my point of view, and he did the editing also. So we were lucky with that. We took like most of the first day trying to figure out the idea of the script, what we want to say, and we chose that we had 2 characters, and that he came with the idea of the fish, of his talking, from the point of view of the fish. And I think the script basically got out on the second day, when we were writing and filming and writing as well, on the third day when we were actually doing the voiceover of the fish. Yeah.
How much sleep did you get?
Sorry?
How much sleep did you get?
How much sleep?
Yes.
No, we did get sleep. I was surprised with that. Yeah, I was very surprised with that, because I've make short film before, and I have got no sleep. I could not do anything. My mind's like, oh. But we kind of got organized well. We knew that he was responsible for getting the images, and he was responsible for doing the editing, and he was also helping with that and guiding with that. So we kind of were able to breathe and say, okay, you're in charge of that. You can do that. And then I think it worked well. Hopefully.
Yeah, the first day, basically, we didn't use a storyboard. Yeah. We tried, but with not good results. But the main idea, we just write it the first day. The second day was the shooting one, and we rewrite the voice-over, dialogue, and something like that. And the last days was for mixing sound and subtitles. And translation.
I think we're very lucky also, because we got Florinda, which also is not here. She's also working. And she did the voiceover, and she did basically of the writing. And the sound. Yeah, and she was amazing, I think, because I'm an actress, and I've done a lot with voiceover. I know how hard it is. So I was like so afraid, how are we going to bring this reality to the voiceover, without knowing anything. And then we were coming out saying, why don't you do the voiceover? And she did by herself at home. Then we did the day after again. But the voice was speaking for itself. And I love to hear her, actually, the fish with her voice. I think it's so sweet. And I think it brought a lot to the film.
Oh, no.
Hi, guys. We are missing the main character, which is Andrea, but yeah, because he couldn't come, unfortunately, but we'll do our best to reply to your questions. Hi.
Hello. Oh, hi.
Hi there.
Yeah, I thought it was great. It was just quite relatable because we got lost about a million times trying to get here. So,
Thank you.
but yeah, I thought it was a really interesting way of looking at how you travel through a city and like looking at things differently, like around every corner. I just wondered, like, was it kind of planned where you were going to shoot and what you wanted to do, or did you kind of just go out into the city and get lost to film it?
It was something in between because we actually decided, the way we decided to create our short movie was to divide it into 3 steps. The first one was like the first day we decided to create the storyboard. The second day we decided to go for the shooting, also because the first day was like super horrible weather. And the third day we decided to edit it. So we kind of had an idea of what we wanted to have, and we also had in our minds, because we are, well, half of us is already acquainted with Venice, with the city of Venice. We are not from Venice, but we used to be students here. So we kind of had in our minds an idea of like which places we wanted to shoot. So as per the shootings in which Bastian is going here and there, yes, we just followed our, yes, I don't know how to say, follow the groove, you know. Any narrow street that could actually attract our imagination, we decided to go for that. That there is actually a premise that we need to make, because I don't know whether, I mean, we don't know, we are not sure that everybody remembers the movie, the Never-Ending Story, or the novel. So it's about, like, very generally speaking, it's about a boy who is reading the story, and at a certain point he understands that he's a part of the story himself. So he's kind of called by the child empress to save Fantasia, which is built, which is made, is created and is living thanks to the fantasy of the people, especially of the young people. So it's kind of called to save Fantasia, and the very same way, but in a very fantastic way, we thought about creating the same concept. So to how to say, yes, to express the same concept, which is saving Venice, because Venice is kind of mistreated sometimes, especially by the tourists. So that was the main concept, but we don't know whether it was portrayed like properly. So Bastian is like Bastian, called by this voice that may be the person who is saying, yeah, come and save Venice with your fantasy. Because he's been bullied by her boss, by her job boss, the work boss, who is saying that his work is like too up in the air. That's too fantasy. It's like it wouldn't sell, you know. That was the premise that we needed to say, because we did not know whether it was like portrayed properly and whether everybody understood. Okay. Any other questions,
Sì.
please? Yes.
Posso parlare in italiano?
Sì, certo.
Okay. No, intanto volevo farvi i complimenti perché secondo me è geniale l'idea di fare questo parallelo tra La storia infinita e Venezia, cioè che la laguna è il nulla, no? Che si mangia piano piano tutta Venezia, cioè è una cosa geniale secondo me. Poi è bello questo vagare per Venezia. Poi io ho vissuto a Venezia e quindi vedere che lui fa dei percorsi che non esistono, cioè è ancora più straniante per me. Ed è appunto è bello questo vagare, no? In questa Venezia estiva, sembra un po' come, che ne so, il regista di Matrimoni di Bellocchio, cioè un che di... E poi volevo chiedere, in generale, perché non ho capito bene, come funziona? Cioè voi avete fatto tutti questi corsi nelle stesse 72 ore? Con regole diverse?
Sì.
Perché ho visto, voi avete
Con
anche regole
stessi,
diverse? Okay.
Sì, diversi handicap.
Sì,
ma
però quelle stesse ore?
Stessi 3 giorni.
Ok, bello, bravi. tradurre?
I'm sorry? No, scusate. Le luci. Traduci. Ah, traduci. Yes, of course. Yeah. Sì, 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 sì. I'm about to translate what he said. He wanted to compliment with us because we were able to make this parallel to between the story, the never-ending story, and our movie. And he was surprised about the way we how do you say, like with edited. Yeah, we managed to edit the movie in a way that all the places where Bastian ended up were like not actual places because of course like he ended up in several places which are very far from each other, but in the movie it looks like they are all very close to each other. And he wanted to ask whether the movie was shot in the very same 72 hours, and the answer is yes. Exactly the same 3 days, because it was last week, by the way, the second week of our master course. So yes, sì, l'abbiamo fatto in quelle 72 ore. Any other?
Hi, I'm Edoardo, and I really liked it because it's real, and I know that create something in 72 hours can be stressful.
Very challenging, yes.
Mostly if you don't know professionally each other. Did you do something before professionally, like some other projects?
Well, yes, I can. Yeah, of course. Personally speaking, yeah, I think that every one of us did have like his background, did do like a little bit about, I don't know, filmmaking or editing or acting, etc., but very little, and this is the reason why we are attending this course.
But
so we are
each
not,
other, I mean,
no,
together.
not
Okay,
together,
okay.
not together. That was actually the very same time, the very first time that we gathered together. So that was like the plus of the challenge, because we didn't know each other at all. It was the second week at this course. So yeah, it was very challenging to do that, and like collecting and being able to create and to make up an idea and a concept, like with 5 brains, you know, all different one each other, is very difficult. But we were able to do that, especially because kind of naturally we collected like all the all the skills that each one of us had. So yeah, that was very nice. And we're very lucky. I think we're very lucky. Yeah. Yes. Cut. Thank you. Sorry. Yes, let's go on. Thank you so much.
Why me? Hi guys.
Hi. I have a question immediately. I'm Kate. Hi.
Just for start.
You know, because I really liked your movie. It's like it's sort of a documentary style of you know, filmmaking, but this is a compliment for me. You know, it's like I love the movie Sierra Nevada. I don't know whether you saw it or not. It's a really beautifully crafted story with acting and people, you know, and you are so like, when I was watching the situation in the kitchen, I thought it's like wow, it's a documentary, you know, it happened. It also happened in my school apartment, you know, when I was renting the flat with other people, and we had the same discussions and everything, you know. So congratulations, I really liked that one.
Thank you.
And I have a question already. What was the hardest part in acting and, you know, the whole setting, the whole arrangement and everything in the apartment? What was the hardest thing?
The other thing is the long shot, because, you know, we can do something, but we're not so professional, and we have to do it several times. We spend the whole morning trying to do it with a clock. I was the one with the clock, I was the bad one, and we really had problems, but in the end, we managed to do it, and we were really happy about that. I think that was absolutely the most difficult thing. Yeah.
we spend a lot of time to create the situation before without camera, because we want to understand which mode we must move around the kitchen with the situation that happen. Very, very small kitchen. It was very difficult with glide cam, turning around and move and up and down. And so this is the problem. But after 10 testing, we decided to, this is okay, come, go.
Yeah, and all of us live in shared apartments, so we perfectly know how it is when all the people are in the kitchen and you have to cook, and it's a problem.
Yeah, there was a problem even to the mates of Ciro, the flatmates of Ciro, because they waited us for dinner, and there was a very problem.
We were chased at 9 in the evening because they had to eat and we were in their kitchen. So they contributed. And by the way, the price for having their kitchen was showing their fish, that is bimbo. Other questions?
Hi. First of all, I would like to give my congratulations to you, because it's quite hard to make one shot in such a tiny place. Also, I really liked your sound design. Music is not too
overwhelming.
Yeah, but it's still here, and it makes something classy and quite romantic for the story. So it's quite nice. And so I have a question for your one shot. Did you make a storyboard, or it was just a testing with your GladCam and like, okay, we will set this here and here?
Both things. We started just trying to do it, and at the end of the morning, we made a storyboard just to fix some points and be sure that you have to do this, you have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, at the start was like an idea, because at the first time we supposed that the long shot was the part of when I opened the door and I found my mates was more easily, but we want to recreate the chaos of the kitchen with the long shot, because it's more like chaotic. You need to see the chaotic of the kitchen, the mates that come to you, and you have the plan, and they brought your plan. But I think that there was a very good choice, and we make it. There was an option. The long shot was an option, just an option for the planning short movies, but was the main part for us.
Yeah, it's important this long shot is yes, it's cool because it sets all the characters and the relationships between them. It's quite natural, so it's
I'm very happy that you see this, because it was like the feeling that you want to recreate. So, thanks. The other one?
Yes, hello. I'm Pascal, nice to meet you. I really liked your film, congratulations. It's a nice little and really realistic film, as she already mentioned. And I think you found good visual images to tell the story. For example, the romantic flame turning off in the end, and then the fish. Was it there on purpose, or I really liked it?
We wanted to film it, and at one point his mates tell us that we could use their kitchen but we had to include the bimbo in the shooting. So
Okay, I missed that, sorry.
so yes, but it was also a choice because it's a part of the kitchen and it's an element that creates chaos because it's near the sink. You have to feed it. You have to avoid to damage it while you are doing the thing. So really, both things.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't have a question.
Can I ask a question too?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Chanel. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
I was wondering how you worked with the script. How much of it was improvisation, or how much of it was scripted?
You? Well, of our 3 days, the first one was dedicated to the script, and for some scenes it was already written, but for the long shot we had some ideas. We have some ideas of actions. We decided that there will be some actions, but there was in the morning when we tried to do that we decided what action will take place.
So the dialogues, they happened as they happened.
Yeah, at the first start, we just put out on the paper just a very simple dialogue. But after, when we see each other on the scene, we most like very natural. There was very natural. When I talk about Filippo, was very, very natural. There's no like right on this kind of things. And I need to add this because the damage was the title of even I know if you saw the film, the damage, the 1992 film. Yeah, it was very, very like dramatical films, and we suppose that drama here in 72 hours was not like easy to find, easy to replace it. So we try to joke with this title, and I think that maybe this is the main part. This the reaction of you, and you feel like more empathy with this film, because in this film there are 3 type of damage. The damage like the empathic damage for the girl leaving the dinner. Yeah, don't showing up. And the other damage was the physical damage that my flatmate gave it to me. And the other one was the wine on the table. And they tried to cover it. And after I saw all these 3 damage in the last final part, and nothing. Just was very, very natural.
Yeah, and subtitles were particularly difficult for that reason, because no, it's not only Filippo's fault, but it's very natural, and when you're talking like you talk to your flatmates, use terms, use abbreviations that are really difficult to translate, and I hope you could see a language that is quite similar to what we intended to.
Another one? Okay.
Thank you.